disorder, you
Yeah,
fuck them up real good right
yeah,
now.
real good, real early. That's what we've been
Hey,
aiming
so
for.
what is all this that you sent us there, Alan? What is this?
I that last link is the connection to a Google Doc that has
By the way,
basically
we're live, guys.
from
Five
episode
guys.
from episode 1 until last time.
Ooh,
So it's basically
what the fuck is that noise?
I don't know. I don't have that noise
That's
except coming through your speakers.
What is that noise?
yeah,
Hey,
that's,
it's actually what's funny, Matt,
you
is
tell us.
it's not me this time.
Yeah, what are you watching over there?
You got the Nintendo Switch going?
He
what
does
the
now.
fuck?
Oh, dear Lord in heaven.
I don't
Hello,
know.
hello.
I don't know what
Hello,
that was.
failures. Thank you for watching us.
Are we
Hello,
on?
everybody.
We
Are
are,
we live?
we are
We
live.
are exactly at 0 viewers,
Woo!
which is
I'm
Perfect
on.
fail.
what I'm used to starting out as. Hi in the future. My name is Alan Steele, and I am your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons. And we are playing a game called A Fistful of Dragons, which is Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Um, it would be what was it? It took about 15 minutes, Greg, for me to let you in on what's going on. It would be quite a lengthy explainer to let you know the full story. But needless to say, there is a crew that, due to their deeds, gained the deed to a manor house in Waterdeep in the Northern Ward. This manor house had been transformed at one point in time to an inn and tavern, which they decided they would follow suit on and put some money in due to some helpful donors and some pushing of some lovely purified elven wine. So with that, they also, as they were building up their kind of cred as owners of this inn and tavern, were woken one morning to an explosion outside of Troll Skull Manor. And what they have discovered was there was a fireball shot directly at a gnome in the square, which set fire to more than the gnome. And as they did their research, they discovered that shortly after the explosion, somebody had jumped down from the second story of one of the buildings to the north of the square, had landed seemingly with no problem, and walked over to the dead body of the gnome, picked something up, and left. They were unable to find the body, or the who actually happened in who had taken the thing from the body. So they decided to do some research after they discovered that this creature made whirring and ear sounds. Um, they found their way to the Temple of the Inspired Hands, which is the not the sexy fun time temple, but actually the gnomish temple of the god Gond, who is infamous for inventing. So they went there, found out that this creature is probably what's called a nimble right, which is a strange kind of automaton, um, or automaton, uh, created by gnomes. So what they discovered is somebody had been selling a few around in Waterdeep, and that person was Zardoz Zord of the Sea Maidens Fair, which is a carnival and circus that takes place in the Dock District. So they went to meet Captain Zord, and after several ones rolled by Matt, 6 all told in one night, most of them harmlessly trying to climb the gravity ladder deal, but ones nonetheless. They did come up with a list of 4 different locations that these nimble rights were sold to. So that is where we've left off. Let me just do a quick introduction here. I'm gonna let we'll start out with Havalorn, and Havalorn's gonna tell us a little bit about his character.
I'm Matt. I play Havalorn. Havalorn happens to be a human monk who believes he is a half-elven. So he also believes that everybody is racist against him because he's half-elven and they can't recognize that. And so they hold it against him. He was left at the doorstep of the monastery, and he tends to speak softly and carry a big stick.
Also, he's not actually half elven.
Right, at all. But does have
He's a full human.
He does have very distinct high cheekbones.
Yes, but the problem is his half-elven heritage has not given him dark sight. So
I only have one question. How often do you grapple opponents?
Havalorn doesn't do that.
Yet.
Of course, we're gonna meet Mr. Sideways, who brought everyone together.
Right. Mr. Sideways is my name. Standing sideways is my game. I just so happen to be a bit of a rogue, and ne'er-do-well is an apt description.
A ne'er-do-well who occasionally does rather well.
Does well indeed.
And last but not least, we will introduce the fucking jingle bitches.
Oh, you make the little guy go last? Okay.
Oh,
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. I won't remember this. Just remember that. Yeah, I'm Marcus. I play fucking Django. He's a fucking little halfling that used to be a part of the guard, the city guard. He got his hand magicked off, but that don't matter. He's still a guardsman at heart and still fights with his halberd. And I'm going to bring some fucking order to this fucking water, water shallow. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it water shallow from now on because people call me little, but I'm big. So fuck off. That's it.
Big in spirit.
I'll spare you, big.
Yes, you will. Oh crap. And keeping it all in the family, tonight, Mark's brother, Greg, will be standing in tonight for Black Sky River, the half-orc barbarian of the frozen north. So everyone, please welcome Greg to Waterdeep.
Hello.
Hello.
Where's the little do noise? We need your buzzer thing.
And there it is.
The uh-oh's never far from. Now he's gonna cover the speaker. He's like, shit, I was wrong on the timing. Now I have to sit here and mute it.
So that's the crew, and that's what we're doing. As of last we spoke, you had received the 4 names from Captain Zord, and those names were the Gralhund family had purchased a Nimblewright. The Fan family had purchased a Nimblewright. The Hawkwinter family had purchased a Nimblewright. And also, a place you had formerly visited, the Temple of Gond, had purchased a Nimblewright. With that, Zord does usher you out fairly quickly, although Jingo, you do note, following up on what you had seen before, which was, okay, this guy, he seems like a clown, but you kind of get the feeling that connected to that, that he had some worries and concerns about what you had said.
Which
That
guy is this?
this is Zord. This is the hello. I am Captain. If you don't remember me, well, fuck off, because I'm very flamboyant. You know. He was the captain. You were eating a lot of seafood. That's probably why you don't remember. But while he was talking, you had noted at least 2 occasions where his foolishness slipped, and that he seemed very concerned that a Nimblewright that he sold had done some damage. So you kind of caught that, and you note that as he's ushering you out, as you're kind of licking your fingers off of the seafood that you had eaten, that probably seems to be part of that uneasy.
What's my gut tell me? Should I kill him?
Your gut tells you probably don't kill him, but it wouldn't hurt to make a report.
To the guards.
Yep. The
Higher
report
ups.
is definitely in order, especially because this area is kind of his domain during this portion of the month. So this is his playground. The guards generally give him a wide berth, but you've definitely gained some suspicious.
He might be taking advantage.
He may be. Get that sense.
Yeah, I go over to Mr. Sideways, and I kind of, I stump him
With
yeah, just a little bit.
I'm confused.
Just on
What
the
can
hip.
I say?
You have been stumped.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what to tell you.
This no. I'll tell you. Come here. This guy here should be reported, and I'm letting you know this because I'm gonna forget.
Why? Right. Well, why we want to report him, and to which authority shall we be?
The guards. Yep. City guards. Yeah. Aye. And this area, he likes to play in it, and the guards don't really fuck with him all too much, and we should make sure that they know that he might be a bad one.
And who's this? Who's this he's talking about? Who's he indicating to me, DM?
He's pointing back at the very flamboyant Zord.
And who is this Zord guy? He was the. I thought you said he was.
Let me
the
throw him out here for you guys. The mere fact that you don't remember him leads me to believe that I was not flamboyant enough.
Well, it's more like I don't remember what we were doing the last time.
It's okay. It was 4 months ago.
Yeah.
What's 4 months on a memory?
Seriously. Seriously.
I guess it depends on the memory.
And that was for COVID.
There we go.
So 4 COVID
Fair.
months is different.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I remember him.
But I
Yes.
remember you showing me this, but who is he? Like, what is he?
Listen, we trust him.
This is the guy that had sold the Nimble rights in the city, and he is the leader
Listen.
and head of the Sea Maidens Fair.
We trust Sword completely.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And he basically, if we want to get really specific, when you guys arrived, his men suggested that you teleport to his ship,
You remember that?
Now I
Yes.
kind of do. It's coming back.
and then
Yeah.
we spent
An hour.
an hour or so freaked out about magic and unable to teleport. So they said, well, fuck
Yeah.
off. You can't see
Yeah.
Zord. And then Zord showed up and said, what? Are you kidding? I'd love to talk to you. Please come in. I prepared a great meal for you.
Yeah.
And he brought you guys
Trust him.
in. Yes.
Yeah. Jingo
That
threw a little
is-
shit fit about being teleported.
I think everybody did. I think there was not
Yeah.
a single person who
So I'm-
seemed to be okay with it.
I'm sorry, but why are we meeting with him again?
Because he's the guy who sells the Nimble rights. We got
Okay,
the
the
5
Nimble rights.
names.
Okay,
We need to
thank
go
you.
now
Yeah.
back to the people who bought them.
Okay.
And basically, you got that from the inspired hands that they were like, okay, we don't sell these things. We maybe examine them from time to time, but this dude has been known to sell them in the past and has sold some recently.
So we went to see
Also,
Sword. We convinced him to give us the names. We got the names. We ate the food. Now we need to leave.
yes, and he is ushering you guys out. So he's like, thank you very much for coming. Like, I appreciated the fact that you kind of down-dressed person who claims he is a monk. I appreciate you wanting to buy in Nimble Rides. I'm sorry, I assumed that you had no money. But I don't think you have enough anyway. So it was lovely though to have you. I hope I was helpful. And
you
if there's
Listen.
anything else, yeah,
Captain Sword.
yes.
Next time you're in the city, come to Troll Skull Manor, and we have a glass of wine with your name on it.
I am here for another week at least, so
Come
I
to Troll
may
Skull Manor, and we
I may
may
take you up on it within days.
we'll be there. If we're not, Elf will.
Just know that I will bring entourage with me.
Well, you get a
So-
glass. Listen, you get a glass. The rest are they need to pay, and we're welcome to the house.
You know what? Perhaps I will pay for them because those people I bring are my friends, right? Okay, and my crew, which is the same thing.
We're not going to supply your
basically.
crew with Elf's finest vintage, but we will give you a glass, and you will understand why all the nobles of Waterdeep have been coming to us.
Right, all of them. I will make sure to ask around. I have some friends in the nobility. It doesn't matter. Go away now. It was nice to see you. Go away.
I look at him. I look at him and I take my
Mm.
stump and I do this like I'm watching you.
He kind of flinches back and his feather kind of flops around in the breeze. And he goes, okay, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's just
There's-
sign language without fingers.
Yeah, I thought you were waving. Bye. I said goodbye to you, little man. Oh, okay. Yes. Goodbye.
Mm.
Don't take part in any games or anything you want down there. Have a good time.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye now.
It's probably about an hour from midnight.
It's time to go back to the manor and take a long rest.
Getting sleepy.
We never leave the banner.
There are a few options as you're traveling. You know that the foot traffic is going to be exhausting. It's uphill for a huge portion of it. You do have some options of in this area specifically, horse-drawn carriages. The price is reasonable, especially in the dock district.
How about rickshaws? Any rickshaws?
Not here. That's something you would find in the north district in the sea war as well. Not here because of the very steep, obnoxious hills.
If I'm gonna whip an animal to drag me around, I want it to be a human.
Fair enough. Black Sky, your experience throughout the whole bit, you kind of felt like you were hidden in the shadows for the most part, and that's a rare feeling for you as a barbarian. It's hard to feel hidden. But for some reason you kind of felt like you weren't really part of it. But as you joined in, exiting the ship, you're right back kind of in that same position you've always been in, which is that not really sure what's going on, but no one's gonna fuck with me and my friends is basically kind of
I was just looking at that unattractive woman that was serving wine to us.
Exactly. Yes, it was a very difficult that among the dwarven women, occasionally it is customary to wear beards. It's the first time you'd seen kind of a human woman wear a beard, but then you had heard distantly of like circuses and carnivals that may employ a bearded woman. So there's an assumption that this bearded woman held a higher status, which to you seems, well, you have
very confusing.
Very confusing. You have two thoughts on the matter. One, okay, I could have been just stoned straight out as a half-orc amongst my village. I was kept alive. So as a freak, I was kept alive. But also, that it could have happened to you, that you could have been stoned, as could have this poor creature. It's a very confusing thing. So you spend a lot of time on your way, like through the carnival, kind of trying to suss that out. Havalorn, the person at the kind of gravity ladder that
He
you
hates
failed
me
on.
because I already
you failed on. He sees you and kind of chuckles.
No, I failed and then I won.
Yeah, but he's still you do have that feeling of like a hollow victory, as you know, upon your dismount, you did, in trying to be an impressive person to dismount, rolled a 1.
Well,
he does have like a not at all veiled chuckle as you go past.
Not gonna fight him today.
Okay. So as you walk down past, he goes, "Oh, do come again, my friend, and bring some silver."
Didn't I already take 3 gold of his?
Yeah. Look, yep. Bring some silver. All right. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, I'll be seeing you. Okay, bitch.
As it is a 10-day, so it's the tail end of the week. It's pretty easy finding like 2 carriages, enough to bring everyone together. Or actually, 1 carriage. That would work with you guys. Little tight with the half orc, but the
You're gonna fit
halfling
in there with the half orc.
but the halfling makes it, as long as the pole arm is sticking outside of the carriage, it works. And your ride is much more comfortable than your walk down here. In fact, you wind up taking Snail Street for the most part, up the hill. Um, you definitely get the feeling and notice when you are coming out of the dock district. Not only does the sea air, the smell of fish, also the kind of grime that hangs in the air um, starts to vanish. Also, the area that you're entering now, the trade ward, um, and kind of bordering the castle ward, has a lot more um, uh, favorable and reliable lighting. Obviously, some of the lighting here uh, uh, is not based on your candle lighters, as the dock district is. Here, some of it is magically oriented, and certainly a lot more reliable. Um, so you take the ride. You are able to see, especially as you're going through um, the castle ward, you can see the castle of Waterdeep, which you see to your west. A beautiful sight, definitely something that none of you have really experienced closely since you have been in Waterdeep. But it is definitely one of the many ways in the city to orient yourself to your traffic. You have also passed one of the many giant statues. You've passed the Honorable Knight, which is a knight standing at full guard and attention. It is lit very well, as the trade district obviously takes great pride in displaying it and maintaining it. You, of course, take your journey up in through the areas of the castle ward, where you pass the Hawkman statue, uh, which is similar in size to um, the Honorable Knight. You see that from a little further distance as you're taking the high road. And
I always take the high road.
you always do. I know you. And so as you are approaching the North Ward, and it is even, that on foot, this would have kicked your ass, and you probably would have been seeing the morning light before you approached home. You're able to reach the Delzorin Street, and able to pull into an alleyway that leads you to Troll Skull Manor. Let's put that up there. Give you an option to see that. There is your home, away from home, Troll Skull Manor. And so arriving home, which now looks slightly better and has been painted. What would you have painted it, Mr. Sideways? What would have been your instruction?
I probably would have looked at the crew that would be doing the painting, and I would have talked to the foreman And I would have said, right, you'll restore to a former glory, won't you? And when he said blah, 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 I'd say, right, I'll hold you responsible.
Well, fair enough. And he did just that. You do note that its color and of course architectural stylings do match its surroundings, which do feel very kind of English Tudor in style.
Because he knows what English tutor is.
Well, hopefully
I do. I don't.
Dave Jack does, because that's why I'm using it. So you're able to arrive home. I need all of you to roll a quick perception check for me.
That's persuasion. I can't read. My contacts are all messed up. Persuasion.
Wait,
Performance,
perception? Perception?
There it is.
Oh yeah, I saw it for sure.
I think I might have.
I saw it. Okay. I saw the light.
Mr. Sideways, as you are kind of as everybody else is kind of heading exhausted up the steps, you do see movement on like the first floor area, slightly under the second floor balcony.
Okay.
It was whatever it was small and could be just local rodent, but you definitely saw something disappear into the shadows underneath that second floor balcony.
Local rodent.
Underneath the balcony?
If you look at the picture right now of the troll skull, you see that second floor balcony. It went into those shadows that you see there, as opposed to going into the
away from the front ledge. I am going to pretend like I don't see that until I think I would be out of where it could see me if it were trying to see me.
Okay.
And then I would immediately break a different direction than I was initially intending. So for example, if the door going straight in and I see it go like this, I'm going to walk like I'm going inside, and as soon as I get underneath the balcony, I'm going to break hard right, and I'm going to sprint as hard as I can to the corner of the building.
Okay. Give me a dex roll.
Just a straight dex save?
Yep.
Okay.
You have done so masterfully, exactly what you intended. And what you see is you see a little, I don't know what to call it, a little clutch of rats that are digging out and under an area that you know would lead into the cellar area. And they have actually made a very impressive, almost too impressive hole that is working its way there.
All right, and so I found this, right? Is what you're telling me, is I was able to.
And you do note that, much to your surprise, you were able to sneak to that degree to see this happen.
Yeah, I want to murder these rodents, I think.
Fair enough.
I was thinking about taking out my whip, and I'm gonna get target practice with the whip and try to like remove their heads with the bullwhip.
Awesome.
Yeah, just because I'm hoping in my mind, and I don't know if this has anything to do with this or not, but for some reason I feel like these might be some sort of familiar or a spell that was used to get these things to. I sure hope that they're not like Jingos. Like, obviously I would ask him like before I start murdering all his pets.
Right.
Like, hey,
right.
Jingo, whoosh, is these yours? Whoosh, you better come take a look at it. Whoosh, because
as soon as when Black Sky, sees Mr.
Yeah,
Sideways.
he does. Black Sky is aware enough to know when Mr. Sideways is not there, because Mr. Sideways is that person that can best translate city to you. So when he's not there, something is weird. So you do note, without having to roll perception, that Mr. Sideways is elsewhere.
So yeah, I'll pull out my spear, I guess is what he uses, and run in the direction of, did I hear whips saying,
Okay.
battle, battle, battle.
Mark
I-
will be very
I can't.
Mark will be very pleased. That's perfect.
I can't.
The only thing he would have done was have spent the time looking up rat, kill rat, and then translated it into orc.
You can absolutely tell that Greg and Mark are related because he's like,
He beats,
and then he's like,
beats his
I drink,
chest.
I drink from a puddle of water in the street.
All right,
Okay, Mark.
Mr. Sideways, what are you doing?
Sorry, I missed that. I was trying to catch up in the chat. What did he do when he came running over there or something?
You're not sure yet as to what's going on outside of you. Um,
Okay.
Just kind of adding slightly to what you had, in saying that you think that this could be a familiar or something.
Yeah, well,
You're unable.
In the meantime, I'm just, whistle while you work.
Mr. Sideways called my name, asking if
I'm not
these were my pets.
No, I didn't mean you though. I was thinking Bomba, and I said Jingo.
Oh, okay.
I meant Bomba because Bomba I know will talk with squirrels.
Well, nobody knows Bumba right now.
What? Nobody knows where Bomba is?
No, you know how we work. Let me remind you again. When somebody is missing as a player from this game, they do not exist.
You don't even know they're there.
To you or to your memory. So at this point in time, you wouldn't think Boomba, because Boomba is not here.
Well, then I'll just keep whipping away. Yeah. Look at that! I got that one's head to pop. Woo!
All right.
Critical hit followed up by a critical fail.
Yeah, I probably snapped you. If Black Sky came over there at the time, he got caught in the backswing.
So the first one that you take has a lovely snap, and it snaps the air above them, and immediately they dart.
Yeah, there they go. So it's trying to. Oh, there he goes. Get that one. I got a 12-foot bullwhip. I feel like I can probably get these things at least one shot on most of them before they all get away.
Okay. What you probably counted, from what you can think, from what you gathered, you saw a good 8, possibly 10, and that what appears to be that whole clump runs off out into the light and towards the north exit of the alley.
Yeah, I don't care where they go. I mean, maybe I should, but I don't. I just this just struck me as like something about that, and maybe I will follow.
Do you take
so
any
you're saying,
further than?
Are you saying that I might? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So are you telling me that I realize in that moment, they're going maybe back to whence they came, like to the master that sent them.
The reason I said that is that they ran from the dark into the torchlight.
That's
to
weird.
The alleyway exit.
Uh-huh.
So they're running out onto the road versus trying to find, say, a hole.
Yeah, or under some trash.
Or a hidey hole. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, I think I will follow. I'm gonna try to follow them and
Do you take any of these further pows?
no, I'm no. Well,
Okay. Other than your first.
no, no, I guess not.
Okay. Um, you note they roll perception, and I'm going to give you a advantage. You didn't need it. You note that there are 8. 4 go west, 4 go east. As soon as they
I
hit
sh-
the road,
I should have hit more of them.
but they go quickly and they go uh, close to buildings on the southern side of the street
Can
on
I
the
can I get
northern alley.
anybody else's attention?
Oh yeah.
At
So
this
that-
at this point, Black Sky has come down from the stairs, going up to the second floor, has come around and is seeing you head towards the exit to the alley,
Okay.
or exit of the alley.
I'm gonna whistle. You know, I'm gonna say, watch those ones and point to the ones going, whatever direction. And
Roll a quick
I'll take the
perception
other one.
for me, Greg.
a deception.
Perception.
You must perceive it.
I don't know why I did it twice, but yeah, the first one.
Okay. I will give you advantage on that one because you are keenly aware that you're looking for the person who helps you. The second he points, look for the group that goes this way. The only movement you see is a very slight, small, quick move around the corner. In which direction are you pointing him towards, east or west?
Dave Jack.
What? I thought that was for
Dave
you.
Jack.
I kept reading the. Sorry. I'm trying to do two things.
It's okay. It's okay.
I can't listen and
I'm
read.
happy. I'm happy we have people that are making comments. So
So I just get caught up trying to read the messages, and then I miss what you're saying, and I say, "What was that?" And then of course I start reading again, and then I miss it again.
Did you point? Did you point Black Sky River to the west or the east?
My frame of reference so bad. I will say this: if as I'm running to the edge where they go in two different directions, I want to go to my left.
All right.
Okay.
Then, yeah. Then.
So he points. He says this way. He does this with his arm and points to the east. And basically, you're able to hit the edge of the alleyway into the light from the street light that's there, and you are able to see that there are rats running. You have no idea how many, but are running along the edge
Ooh.
of the buildings to the south of the street.
Does
I
not
say-
the city have a little bit of cleanliness to be dealt with here? Is there not a crew that should be dealing with this?
I say, dinner. Good choice.
At this point, Jingo and Havilorn, you have reached the top of the stairs, and do note that you are missing 2 of your party.
I go inside.
I look at Havilorn and kind of like shrug my shoulders. You know where the 2 scoots went?
No, I'm tired.
No, I'm tired.
I'm gonna check on Leaf and go to bed.
Oh. You gonna
I
go
missed
sleep with
all
that?
of whatever they did. So
You ain't none gonna go sleep with that ghost now, are you?
he watches over our entire establishment. So yes, I mean not sleep with him technically, but I'm gonna go in there where he is, and I'm gonna go to sleep.
And as soon as you say "and go to sleep," you reach out for the handle. It opens for you, and you feel that kind of like vacuum pulling you forward.
Evening, Leaf. Anything
and you-
happen?
It's when you say "evening leaf," it's not a reply or response, but it's a feeling of content and relief.
Great. I'm going to bed. 2 people are missing. I'm sure they're off wandering around trying to get drunk. It's the big orc and the pirate. So, shocker. I'm not going to chase an orc and a pirate around the rich district. I'm going to go to sleep.
That would be bad for your health.
So Jingo, it was not something ever discussed in orientation as a member of the guard. But as somebody who grew up in Waterdeep, it is not unusual for there to be haunted locations. It is unusual for them to make themselves known. So there's still a discomfort as you kind of rest your pole arm against the ground before you enter the room that Have-Lorn so easily enters calmly and just kind of without a care, seemingly, enters the establishment.
No, I've seen lads like that walk into whorehouses the same way that this guy. I'm pretty sure he's looking for a little romance, and I ain't gonna judge nothing. Oi, ain't up to me to judge who a man loves.
So do you enter, or do you?
Nope.
Check it. Nope.
Oh, I look for the other 2.
Okay. So you kind of turn around.
These eyes don't pry.
Your halberd gets slightly lodged for just a moment in the balcony.
It happens.
It's pretty easy though to just yank and then choke up a little bit on it and then leverage it up and then get it back to a balance. It only takes like a minute.
Aye.
Are we talking about jerking off here?
Yeah. Well, we were only guardedly and trying to be hidden in the that assumption, but apparently not now.
Euphemisms and
halberd got
innuendo
lodged in
only
the
here,
balcony.
Greg. Euphemisms and innuendo only.
So Black Sky, you do have the instinct of a hunter, and it's one of the few times in the city that you've been asked to hunt something. Sometimes you utilize your skills as to be like, okay, that person left a shitty trail, and oh my god, I totally, you leave commentary about city life. But this is the first time, especially in something so pinpoint small. And so how do you approach these creatures that are running full bore along the side of buildings?
Me or him?
Black Sky.
See, I was paying attention this time.
So Black Sky, do you go at them with a great fervor, or do you try to go stealthy?
No, great fervor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll perception with disadvantage. Lovely roll.
There you go.
He notices or he notices. You know what I'm saying?
You do lose them as they tuck in around the side of your building and the building next, which I believe is a blacksmith. And they tuck really close in, but you note that as one of them comes around the corner, it stops, it turns, and very uncannily looks at you
I chuck my spear at it.
All right. Roll it.
Is it just so Mark's got, he's got one-handed spear, two-handed spear. He doesn't have like throwing spear, so I don't know exactly how to.
I'd say
If
that
you
would be
use your
one-handed,
dex,
right?
you'd use your dex, right?
Yeah, it
Instead
would
of
be a
your
dex.
strength.
No.
All right. Well, I'll do a one-handed roll and just see what happens, and we can modify it accordingly if necessary.
Okay.
So let's see.
It stops long enough. It turns and looks. And as it turns and goes back, you have pinned it to the ground.
Idiot, stupid rat, shouldn't have stopped. You'd got away.
It is still alive.
Nice. You can
And
question it.
and is still alive and twitching as if trying to free itself.
I'm gonna run over there. I'm gonna run over there and grab it.
Awesome. You do. Bam, you grab it.
And I got a good hold on it. I pull the spear out of the ground, and
roll initiative, please.
All right.
Nice. Do we both roll initiative? Does everybody roll
Nope.
initiative?
Do I? Is there a
not
token? Is there like a token I have to select or anything?
Actually, just roll me your what would be your that in your bonus. Sweet. Okay. Okay.
Bloop.
That's okay. So you grab it up, you pull it up towards it, grab it by the scruff of the neck, and it's still impaled on the spear. And you see it thrashing its head around, and every once in a while its eyes meet yours, and there is a intelligence there that you would not expect from dinner.
More intelligent than me?
that you're having a hard time figuring out.
I don't know.
But
this rat looks pretty smart.
But as you're holding it, there is a sudden sense of weight that you were unfamiliar with from a rat that actually drops your arm about a foot from your eyes, and you note that it is growing and that it seems to be rather painful in its transformation, but there seems to be some sort of humanoid features coming to view.
I'll make sure that I've got it with the one hand. I'll make sure that I'll put my other hand around its neck. So I've got it kind of holding it as it's turning from a rat to whatever it's turning into.
I'm just gonna try to squeeze its head all the way off.
I'm gonna say, show yourself, demon rat.
Rat man.
What are you?
All right, so one sec here. What was that, Hawaii 5-0? What are you doing?
My dinner is turning into a man.
I was gonna eat you. Now I'll share you with my friends. That's not me
doing that. That's sorry. I rolled that weird, and my apologies. What's your armor class?
17.
Okay.
I don't know what my armor class is.
As it's struggling, and as its head is doing weird, like bulging motions and
motions,
bubbling. You know what I mean.
Motions.
Bubbling and getting larger.
Skin
it takes
bubbles,
a bite. It takes a bite at you, and you are able to swing it
Whoa.
out away from you.
Got big
Mr.
gnarly
Sideways
teeth.
Mr. Sideways roll perception.
If I can't read it on my own character sheet, does that mean I can't make the perception roll?
That is true. Yep.
Is that perception? Yeah, it looks like it is.
It is.
But clearly it's that bad.
Your vision currently is trying to keep a close eye
Well, I watch
on.
you.
Yep. So roll perception one more time for me, please.
Do, do, do,
You have completely lost the
God.
4 that you saw split off.
Damn it.
You're not sure where, but you're like I could probably find them. You have that kind of in your head. I saw where they went. I was very clear on where they are. I probably, if I took the time, I could find out where they are.
No.
Jingo, you come at this point in time into the alley. No need to roll
Wait.
perception as
Oi. I see everything.
as you hear a
What?
crazy squeal happen to the east of your location, and when you turn, you see Black Sky River dealing with something that is kind of looks like he's got a rug that he's swinging back and forth, but the rug seems to be sharp.
And he's saying,
Sharp?
what sorcery is this?
Sorcery? Oh, fuck that.
So
And I go over and I try to hit it.
okay, add your
I will add my blah 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 blah.
your initiative.
What's
to
your blah blah
whatever
blah
it
bonus,
is.
by the way?
My bonus to blah blah blah. Oh, okay. I rolled a 14, but it looks like I wasn't picked yet.
Oh. Well, with blah
That's
blah
fine.
blah,
We'll-
clearly
we'll-
that's a 32.
Yeah. I still
Must
have
be.
you here. as
Don't
14,
forget your
so
blah
we're
blah
good.
blah bonus.
Okay. So
I add my blah blah blah.
so Jingo, you are probably a decent 20 feet away
Okay.
from what's happening.
So perfectly within reach of my halberd.
You're at perfect javelin throwing range.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I haven't thought of.
you gotta chuck that thing, head over.
Not
over
necessarily
I
perfect
just flip it
halberd throwing
around.
range,
Yeah.
as that doesn't really exist.
He's gonna try to throw that thing like an axe.
Really? Really? Your guide in the realm of ... just challenged me to throw a halberd.
You're not gonna do that. Oh no.
Oh,
The halfling
I-
is a
I would
halberd.
never underestimate you, Marcus. I would.
Okay, so Black Sky River, who I appreciate a lot because he actually, gives me more compliments than anybody. Oh, this little one, he feisty with
That's
much
true.
fight.
He does compliment the shit out of you.
He does.
He fights like one 4 times his size.
I don't math, but I think he's right.
He's like, I would never say that you fight better than a half-orc, but you almost fight as good as them.
Yeah. But humans, elves, and other things, yes. Yeah.
So he basically has grabbed this creature, swung him out. So the kind of the body of this creature, which, like I said, it kind of looks like a really wet
Body of creature.
like rug, swing out.
I've heard of magic rugs before. I try to cut it in half.
I try to ride it. I try to ride it to the desert. Looking for the genie lamp. I know it's around here somewhere, wrapped up in that
Mhm.
rug.
A whole new world? Fuck you, Aladdin. I cut him in half.
Here's my
A new
whole
fantastic point of view.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what?
All
Fuck
right.
Jasmine too. Not
So are you
not
basically
Matt.
are you basically charging at it with kind of
I wouldn't say
the
charging, but
city
if it's
guard
20 feet away, then I will move up 10 feet and then
Okay.
swing at it with my
Okay.
reach.
But you're doing basically
he's gonna
your
flesh
what
pinata this rat man.
your city
Yeah,
your
I'm
city
gonna try to time up Black Sky River's swing of this. So kind of like at the batting cage.
Yep.
I mean the
Yep.
polearm cage.
The polearm
Yep.
cage.
When he swings it around, I'm gonna wind up and I'm gonna come down on it, like
Okay.
try to cut
I'm
in
gonna
half.
give you advantage, which should cancel out your disadvantage, which means it's probably
Nice.
still at a disadvantage.
No, you're just
I
straight
think
roll.
you can only
Just your first roll.
disadvantage once.
No, I
no,
know,
yeah,
I'm
it's just your
easy.
straight roll. It's your.
I will give you advantage because of the moment.
Nice.
And when I see him swinging the halberd, I'm gonna veer in the other direction so that it, is a good solid high speed connection.
So it doubles the impact velocity, or not
Ooh.
doubles it, but it adds the two together.
All right. Do you
know
have
what?
any
I do have inspiration.
fabulous?
Oh.
Spend it.
I'm gonna
baby.
use it.
Oh, hell
So
yeah.
now I
Alright.
not only not have disadvantage, but advantage.
Man, this is why I said damn it when you said I lost mine, because I was like, well, there's no way that like we're gonna learn anything from what's going on with. Well, he's just gonna murder that thing. So now there's no hope.
All right.
It's gonna be fun, but no
So
hope. of
roll your damage, and that's
Oh, I
a
didn't
crit
think about the
too. So
damage.
you definitely roll your damage a second time, right?
Das ist
Yeah.
crit, ja?
It's supposed to kick up the damage.
It didn't, which is weird.
That is weird. I got it X'd here. It's 1d10 plus 2. 1d10 plus 1d10 plus 2 on crit. Well, shit. All right. God damn.
Yeah, it even says it here on mine. I just don't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably something in the settings of the sheet that needs to be turned to a +1. From 0 to 1.
Oh, look at that big roll-in.
Yeah.
Big rolling. You feel it definitely sink in, like it has a big solid.
But
clunk.
not flesh pinata.
And it
It feels
course,
good to me.
Of course, it adds to the screech.
It always feels good to you when you plant your halberd.
Yes.
In a
At this
balcony
point
or
in
anything
time-
else.
and I hear a screech afterwards.
The
Oh.
screech does awaken the ears of Mr. Sideways.
Hmm?
So you hear something. You do see the halberd kind of slightly pull back a bit and see like a little stream of blood fly and splash the side of Troll Skull Manor
Ruh-roh.
a bit.
I'm gonna run back that way.
Okay. Roll initiative for me.
I think next time Greg should make an artificer. That'll make me a sweet prosthetic arm.
I do like the 22.16.
Yeah, I just clicked initiative.
Ooh, that's just like my initiative.
I'm gonna say that that's a great initiative right there.
Well, yeah, and like it says 3.16 in my initiative box. I don't know
That's
why.
because it's Pi Day, guys. It's Pi Day.
Oh my gosh! Hello,
Even
That's
though
not
that-
even right. That's 3.16.
Yeah, that's
Pi
not-
is
that's-
3.14.
Yeah, but this is water deep, bro. Who knows?
Dude, that was happening to me for the longest time, and all of a sudden it's not happening to me, and
That's
it's
This is a
happening to you
water
now.
deep-
You've
This
rubbed
is a
the curse off on
water
me. You're like,
deep
here you go.
pie.
Holy shit! I didn't mean to give it to you.
in Faerun, pi is 3.16.
All right.
Because we actually calculate the curvature of a circle different here.
We are 2/100ths above regular.
So, Mr. Sideways, you turn,
Earth.
you see what's going on, and you start running towards what's happening.
Not only am I running, I'm Naruto running.
Oh my gosh. um, so you get there very quickly. You're able to get there in let's see. You're able to get up to the location, and if you have a whip which has reach, correct?
I think so. If it doesn't, it ought to.
It should.
It should. You'd be able to take a swing at the time you get there.
Okay. How's the 24?
Perfect.
That'll do it.
It's a very solid hit. To the point where this creature, which definitely you and now all involved can tell has rat-like features.
I'm trying to wrap it up though. Can I wrap the thing? Can I wrap my whip around it?
Yeah,
He wants to Indiana Jones that bitch.
Yeah.
Is what he wants.
Yeah. Let's do a what would be a finesse attack, right? Let's do a
that is what I rolled.
Dexterity. Okay.
But that is a finesse attack.
Well, 24 is pretty good.
That's I mean, like if you want me to roll something else, I'd be happy to.
I'm thinking that does give it now disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to be able to, I want to try to save it from getting killed. That's my goal. Okay. So I want to pull it away from the halberds and stuff. Like I'll just announce to you right now, like that. My goal is to try to talk to this thing without actually covering it with my own body, because that is also asking for death.
Right.
So I'm not going to do that.
Okay. So what's happened is you've got it, you've wrapped it, and you've been able to kind of pull it off to the side. But right now, that pulls it to Black Sky River.
Yeah, I'm still holding him too. So he's wrapped in the whip, and I guess I'm sort of grappling him. I mean, I never made a grapple check.
Yeah, you are.
But he was pinned to the ground, and he was a rat when I grabbed
forget you're playing Black Sky. There's a chance you might not just murder this thing and like watch its eyes pop for the fun of it.
Like, are you just gonna try and basically grapple?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach back and punch it as hard as I can, right where it's.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay, when he does that, I'm gonna time it so that I yank with my whip. And I'm gonna try to catch it when it hits me.
That would have been lovely had you had your action.
Yeah, sure would have been. I thought maybe the rule of cool would apply.
I'm generally good with rule of cool, but okay. So you tonk it real good. Let me just get a. Okay. You land really solidly. You definitely hit somewhere in skull region, and have really wrung its clock. I mean, you can tell the fight has kind of gone out a bit of you holding it out, but you do note that there is still action there. There's still some liveliness to the creature, but it has been knocked a little loopy.
Die, rug.
Right. Good night, Matt.
Night, Matt.
Good night, Matt.
Night, guys. We'll see
Take
you.
care,
I'm like,
Crapping out.
yeah. I'll catch y'all later. Even though it's only 8:45 here, I don't know how you guys fucking pull that shit.
It's from all that. It's from all that rancid sea lion meat.
Dude, I did a sweat yesterday and it fucking crushed me. I'm just
Yeah, maybe that's why. Like you're dehydrated as shit. No wonder you can't hang. You gotta go drink some water, man.
I've been drinking water. No, it just was it was a rough one. So anyway, it was good.
Take care, Maddie.
All right, man. Have a good
Fun,
evening.
guys. Au revoir.
Night, brother.
Hey, congrats, bro.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good shit.
It's a big deal.
It
All
is.
right,
It's
later.
huge. All right.
Love ya.
Love you.
Ah.
Yeah, what was it? 30, 29 years?
29, yeah.
29
Yeah.
years?
That's pretty huge.
Okay. Black Sky, your AC.
17.
Okay. Um, it kind of curls up on your arm after the punch. So the punch hits and kind of reels back, and then just kind of hugs around your biceps, right? Like it grabs a hold, and it takes 2 nasty bites, and both hit. And hold on.
Con save? Oh, don't say con save.
And con save. No.
Don't make me rage on this rat rug.
I do actually need you to make a con save.
Fuck! I said don't say that.
That's okay. I think he's got a good constitution. So
Yeah.
I do see a thing here that says exhaustion level 1, disadvantage on ability checks. So he must have exhausted himself at some point or something. I don't know.
I would say by now that's done.
That's probably
I would
his
say that's
a
I would
penalty
say
for
that's
his
something
rage.
he's missed. Yeah. I think what happened, he wasn't a part of our last session.
Okay, I'll put it at
So
0.
I think we probably had resting time in
All
between.
right, I'll put it at 0 then. All right,
Okay.
and con save.
Nice. So you take
He feels a bite on his bicep, and I flex really hard.
well
Pop
as
the-
you
pop the-
flex, you feel 2 very large teeth sink pretty deep into muscular tissue. And you take 12 points of damage.
Jesus.
Yeah, he almost loses an arm.
Holy fuck.
Right.
Okay, I'm
Am I
not trying to
supposed-
save this thing anymore. I'm now trying to pull it off of Black Sky River.
There is no honor in defeating a rug.
All right, Jingo.
Yo.
So you saw that just happen, that it kind of wrapped itself.
Yeah, and you see
around.
Black Sky River doesn't really cry out in pain, but he's just like, oh. And you
So
see,
Black Sky,
Oh.
you feel basically in the next turn or the next round that you feel that the weight of this creature will probably like pull you now down to dealing with something that is human sized, so medium in size.
all right.
Okay, so this thing is latched onto his arm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but it's also still like a big.
Yeah, it's getting big.
It's a big rug?
it's obviously you're now like, this thing has a big ropey tail. I've seen some rats in my time. I've even, gone to the Rat Catcher Guild, and
It's a nutria.
I've bitched a few of these guys out. Like, you got to take
Okay.
care of these things. So,
Is it
but
s-
this
is it
is
still
this is
is
the
it, s-
biggest tail, ropey tail that you've seen.
is it still looking like it's swinging around in a way that I can get a good swing with my halberd on it?
You'd be able to get a good swing, yes.
Because what I would, yeah, I mean, I could even like nub it because I have an elbow in my nub and I can like hit it with that too,
Yeah.
using like
Yep.
2 arms, almost 2 arms. Like it would be like
Just about 2
three
arms.
fourths, 3/4 arms.
So you could try to do that, or you could take a another swing from the location where you're at.
Yeah. From where I'm at, I'm just trying to get a good angle on it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Black Sky's not a big fan of having this thing obviously attached to his arm. So he's kind of got it. Still, he was holding it out.
I'll tell you the mind of Jingo right now.
Yep.
Do I swing at it and try to cut it in half, or do I drop it and pull out my dagger and then just jump on it and straddle it and
Mm,
maybe bite it? I mean, not going full cholo, but kind of cholo.
right. You do note too that in the midst of this, it is still wrapped up in a whip, and it's still been able to latch on.
Okay, I'll swing at the motherfucker. Oh, it's not letting me swing. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
lovely.
Again with the
Double.
crits.
2 crits in a row.
Wow. Nice.
/R.
Jingo
1D.
hates big rats.
That's right. I actually have a feat called Rat Killer. Oh, and I rolled 2 less on each dice than last time. Yeah,
But you
kicking
do
ass.
like it, as you hit it. You hit it enough where Black Sky, you feel it release,
All right.
and you feel it kind of fall with the new weight that it's gained. And by the time it hits the ground, it is a humanoid rat. But it is now kind of struggling. It's trying to flip itself over to drag itself towards the very small hole that its brethren had escaped down into.
But it's still entangled in the whip, right?
Yep,
Um,
it's trying its damnedest.
Hey, I have a thing right here. I have fighting style, great weapon fighting. When you roll a 1 or 2 on a damage die for an attack, you're willing to. You may re-roll the die and must use the new one.
Mm,
Good.
do it up.
I'm doing them one at a time this time because fuck that. Doing oh, that's
Okay.
not that much greater.
Every bit counts.
It still does the
There
same
we go.
thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
It still
rolling
does the
d10s are
same- It still
deceptive.
does the same thing, but weaker.
So 12, 14. 14 instead of
Yeah, it is. It is.
6.
It is. You note that it is hanging on for dear life. It's barely able to move, but it is making an attempt to move its way towards that small hole.
Aren't we all?
And we are out of combat.
So it's dead?
Nope.
No.
It's unconscious.
Nope.
It's not moving.
It has
well.
it has an entirely different motivation at this point in time than attacking. It thinks it can still get away.
Okay. This
Um,
thing was trying to claw its way into our basement, along with a bunch of other little ones. It wasn't so big at the time.
Well,
Mr. Sideways, you definitely feel it pulling against the whip. It doesn't have the strength to get anywhere.
What do I have any idea
near.
what it is? Like, what is this thing? Is there?
Do you have an Arcana check?
I
Give it with
don't.
advantage. Okay. Whatever you roll right now, though, with Arcana, will be with an advantage.
Okay, well I rolled an 11.
Oh, you did already.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I said no.
You get a there's a feeling that you should know. But things are so crazy at this point in time, you're having a hard time accessing
Mhm.
like what it should be. Um Jingo, please roll a survival check for you.
Oh, I'm super survival.
Uh with advantage. Okay. You know that you've been warned about something called lycanthropy, and that lycanthropy does not only affect creatures like wolves, but
Hmm.
can also affect creatures like rats, and that it has been known that in the past, small organizations of these were rats
Wow.
have created criminal organizations or small like thieving guilds in the city of Waterdeep. And
Well,
so
the one roll I want to frickin' botch with a -1, I get a 19. Okay. Okay. So I say, oi, oi. Oh, yeah. These rats here, they be liking trees. Oh, yeah. And they're like the werewolves, but they're in the cities, and they do all of this freaking changey uh in the sewers, and they do gangs and stuff, and we don't want none of them around here, right?
We
I know
most
not.
certainly do not.
I know not what you're talking about. I'm still admiring your handiwork with the halberd.
I was admiring your handiwork with your forearm. I was like
uh,
throwing it around.
Dave Jack the second, he says, "We're rat." You click that that's been something uh, where there have been certain crews known to employ them.
So is this like, but so are they like were human now are were rat, or were they always rat and then became were rat?
That's something you're not familiar with, other
Okay.
than the fact that you know that it had been rumored that they exist. This is a pretty good indication
So how
that
smart
they
is it? Is it like as smart as any average person, or?
it's as smart as every average person.
Okay. All right. Right, we've got
No one
questions for
ever
this then,
failed.
and I'll like turn and I'll put the whip over my shoulder like this, and I'll just start walking back toward the manor with it.
So we
You
are.
guys
So
you
we are
guys see
cooking
it.
it for dinner.
You guys see it try to do like 1, 2, try to grab at some gravel, 3, and then just goes and his head hits the ground and it's just dragged across the gravel on his face.
I'll start
I'll get.
whistling.
I think
I'll get the fire burning in the kitchen and get the cleavers ready.
I think they
I don't know
might
if I'm that hungry, but
I think they might be hard to kill.
I don't want to
So,
kill it. I want to ask it questions.
so do you actually like pick it up as you go up the stairs into the second
I mean,
floor
I
bar
guess I'm not gonna.
area?
Yeah, I mean, if it's gonna, because it'll get
You're not
caught
gonna
on
drag it
stuff.
up on his
Well,
face, is what
eventually
I'm asking.
it's gonna get caught on something. The whip will come undone.
Right.
I don't want to risk that.
Right. It's not fighting you. I mean, it's literally on its last
Okay.
breath.
And then yeah, I'm gonna.
whatever room we bring it into, Black Sky is gonna make sure that there's no small places that if it he makes sure that if it turns back into a little rat, there's nowhere it can run and hide from. So I'll go around the room like covering up any holes in the wall and like making sure there's no, exits for it.
I'll grab the top of a cake dish if there is one. You know, the big glass top that you'd put over a cake. I'll grab one of those and bring it upstairs. If there's not one of those, I'll grab something else like a pot that I can flip upside down.
For some reason I haven't put like the newly refurbished troll skull, but I'm gonna give you troll skull first floor.
Map. What do we got? It's the map. It's
There.
the map. It's the map. It's the map.
So just think of this as no
It's the map.
garbage laying about, and this is what you have. Here's the bar. Here's like the windows to the balcony. Here's the stairways that you brought him up.
Okay.
And in this room now are tables. This is a fireplace with some coals still going strong. And there has been a door added here that Havilorn has probably gone up into the sleeping chambers.
Okay. Well, I am going to. How big is this thing? Is it like 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet long?
It's at this point in time, it is the size of it's probably about just a small human.
Oh, so like.
So like 5 foot.
Holy smokes! This thing's huge. Okay, I'm gonna put it up onto a table and I'm gonna go get some rope and tie it down. I'm gonna, you know, think Ash from Evil Dead by all the little
Right.
ashes. I'm gonna really.
Since it's been so close from construction, you definitely know where anything is like rope or that's you guys have been in the midst of it. So let's say this table here is reserved, and you have tied down
Okay.
this creature.
I'm then gonna start building up the fire. You need a nice bed of coals. That's the key.
Yeah, well, while he's building the fire, I keep an eye on the rat.
There's occasional movement, but there is no. You can tell that there seems to be no connection to where it is. Like it has kind of no connection as to the world around it.
Mhm. So it's pretty fucked up, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna try to do some basic, like, stop the bleeding so it doesn't die before I get to ask it any questions. Um, we're getting raided by Demzinis and his party of 4. Thank you so much for raiding. Welcome.
Thank
Yay!
you.
I am going to start putting various and sundry metal implements into that fire to start heating them.
Okay.
And
Jingo,
like I said,
what are you doing at this moment?
Watching everything going on. Not really sure what's happening here.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy for you because no one's kind of taken the moment to like light the lamps or anything. So what's happening right now with him poking the fire is there seems to be an inordinate amount of light coming from the fireplace. It's a little
Right.
creepy, and it's one
Right.
of those moments that, as a city guardsman, would have freaked you the hell out and would have been, I need to stop this shit. So there is a moment where you're like, okay, this is a little freaky flashbacky.
All right. I'm wondering if we're going to be burning the thing, like just putting it on the fire.
Eventually, we needs to cook it before we eat it.
Put another rat on the fire.
No, I believe that there's questions I'd like to ask this here rodent. I want to know why it was trying to tunnel its way into our basement.
Oi.
We need to ask which parts of it are the most tender, which are the most juicy.
as you say that, Black Sky, you note that it's kind of curled up and kind of nasty, slimy looking claws on its feet, kind of are like weakly trying to pull itself out of the tie down on the table.
I run over and I grab it by the neck and hold it down. You ain't going nowheres.
Okay, give me 1 second here.
Yeah, I was trying to perform some very basic first aid.
um, as you come up to it, you see its eyes just roll back. And as its eyes roll back, something even stranger happens. It gets smaller.
Yep, I was afraid of this, and like I said, I'll get like the pot or whatever, and just kind of stand next to it.
But something you note is that as it gets smaller, it has a slightly different shape than what you were expecting. Um, you notice that the kind of rat feet get larger, fleshy colored, and are hairy.
The feet get larger, fleshy colored, and hairy.
Yeah, the legs become less strangely bent in that kind of animalistic way and become definitely more humanoid in appearance. You do note that there's a lot of hair. Jingo immediately, this is starting to look like kin.
Like Kim?
Kin.
Ken, your people.
Kin. Kin.
Oh,
Like a halfling,
like a cousin?
half rat.
Like hairy feet.
Perhaps a bit gnomish.
Please
Oy.
roll Black Sky, Jingo, and Sideways. Roll on what would ever be your memory trait. Could be if you have a
either
bonus to
intelligence or history.
if you have like history, like to add into it, but if not, just an intelligence.
I have nature.
Probably just intelligence for you, my friend.
So
All right, well, that should be a good one.
Wow,
What the fuck?
you cannot roll stupid tonight, can you?
that's
Gosh,
fucking
I
brilliant.
try
It's
so hard to
fucking
be
awesome.
stupid.
It's so good. It's so good.
Try so
Jingo,
hard to be dumb. And
Jingo,
here I am. Yeah.
immediately you remember an
Because my
old
brain's just on.
an old gaffer and
Gaffer.
and his young grandson stopping by to look at the place because it was someplace that he had lost his virginity. This looks like the old gaffer.
The old gaffer. Do I remember his name?
You don't offhand.
Ham fast.
But you guys had basically just kind of gotten everything cleaned up, and then all of a sudden an old man and his younger grandson had stopped by, mainly because he had lost his virginity in Troll Skull Manor.
That's right. I
And-
remember that
and-
guy.
I do
and
too.
wanted to show off the place to his grandson, and his grandson seemed very embarrassed. This would be the grandfather, the old gaffer.
Okay,
Oh,
so it's
I
Black
knew
Sky.
it.
It's Black
Use
Sky who
case
has
in
this
the
guy.
joint.
I'm sorry,
Black-
say again.
Black Sky is
Jingo?
holding him.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well, as soon as
He
soon
was
as
tied up on the table, right? I drug him in on the whip, and then I
Yeah,
put him
but,
on the table, and I
but
tied him
Black
down.
Sky had grabbed his feet when they had
started
started
choking
moving
him?
around. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's not
Okay.
choking.
And I was standing there with the pot waiting for him because I thought he was going to turn back into a little rat clearly he turned into a
Gotcha.
halfling.
Gotcha. Oi, that there be the gaffer with the boy and the dingle dangle in the room.
Right, I knew it was. I knew you was casing the joint.
Yeah, the boy doing the dingle dingling.
I'm gonna slap him on the face a little bit. Hey, wake up! Wake up!
You get no response. In fact, it seems to be very like there is barely any life hanging in.
Okay. Well, I continue bandaging. I had a 14 on my medicine roll from earlier. I'll keep patching him up so he doesn't bleed out. And then I'll readjust the rope so that he is tied down again to the table. We're not taking any chances.
Sure.
And then, maybe I'll get him some water and start, giving him a little water to drink so he hopefully recuperates a little bit. I still want to ask him some questions.
At this point in time, you note that your medicine attempt, you were able to stop any of the massive bleeding that mainly big gashes from a halberd. You've been able to kind of staunch the bleeding. You do note, though, that there's very little hope, especially in this form. It looks like it's not long for the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna get real close to him and be like, "What was you going after? What was it you wanted, old man? Answer me!" Answer me! Slap him real hard.
I'm going to assume that one that Alan rolled a while back there was a death save.
No, that was the. Oh no, I don't know what that was.
It still there is a slight indication of life. The smack itself, though,
Probably killed
kind
it.
of greets very very uh it's not good. I mean, there's not much life left.
Well, I'll like kind of slowly straighten up, and then I'll kind of dust the jacket off and. Never mind.
Black Sky, after that kind of change, you do note the similarities between this creature on the table and your somebody that you respect a great deal, the city guardsman Jingo. You note that he is of the same race.
Mm-hmm. Jingo, this isn't your brother or anything, is it?
Oi, fuck no. Oi.
He looks almost exactly like you, though.
I go over and I look at his face, and does he look anything like me?
No. No.
I was like,
It's
oh
definitely
no, that's the blood on the face. Fucks it all up. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
the one thing you do know. The one thing you do note, you have that moment of like, okay, this giant half orc has asked me if I know every other halfling that exists. It's one of those moments of, well, you just have to chalk that up to being a half orc.
Good old fashioned ignoramus.
It's probably what he means. But you do have a moment, because you're Jingo, of like, what? He's not my gaffer. Nope, not me gaffer.
I'm gonna make another roll, hoping to fail.
God,
You have disadvantage. Disadvantage. What were you trying to do?
Let's see here. I look at him and I say, "Oi, that be my mom." Ha!
It does. You can't even convince yourself.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It,
He's being a smartass, seeing how far he can go with it.
I knew you was related.
Aye, yeah.
There's got to be only what a dozen or so of yous out here in the world.
Oi, that's right.
When
Me came right from its wee.
I knew it. You see,
Wait,
I'm
you're
learning
related? Why was it trying to get into our basement? Huh? Now you can answer for it. If it's your kin.
Oi, yep. Definitely my kin. Oi. Uh-huh. We go way back. Just wait until it wakes up. He'll let you know. Every time.
Wake up. He's dead.
Oh.
You do note, Jingo, as everybody's talking over this body, that there is still life to this creature.
Oi, he ain't dead.
The
It take a
breath,
lot more to make him go fee and the hoo hoo.
the breath is becoming slightly more regular.
Mm-hmm. Super duper hard to kill these types. Huh?
Well,
Yeah.
I did just doctor it up a bit.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Well, if he's not eating them, then I'm gonna go get something else to eat. I wander off and grab a couple chickens and eat them.
I'm like, hey, you eat halflings? Ew.
Only when I'm really hungry.
Oh.
Yeah, you've never really had the either option or
Yeah, when you
opportunity.
when you say you eat halflings, I'm like, never met a halfling.
Maybe I would.
Never even met one until I saw Jingo.
I'd prefer a holing.
It's kind of basically there's a moment that you have that thought of like, okay, I'm gonna translate this into human. If Mr. Sideways was laying on a table, that would be like a full chicken. And Jingo's laying on a table, that would be like chicken wings.
With
Chicken tenders.
So you have that chicken
Chicken tenders.
Chicken fingers, but just with one wing. One wing in there.
Yeah, my town's guards friends, they called me the Nugget.
And there's a lot of tales, of course. Black Sky of big feasts on Elf. But that was ages ago, and it's not something that you ever got a chance to indulge in.
Oh gosh.
But it is something that was out there in the world. But no one ever really talked about in at least your social group about eating halflings. It's not something that ever came up.
Just because I haven't eaten halfling doesn't mean I wouldn't eat halfling.
Black Sky, you do find though an ample and well-stocked larder as you guys are working towards opening. So you are able to find some food to eat.
All I know is that if you don't shut your cunt mouth, I'm gonna have to eat every fucking chicken in this place.
That's a t-shirt.
That's inspiration.
I will give it. Yes. Yep.
I've got inspiration already. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Then never mind.
All right, then you lose inspiration.
Then feel free, Black Sky, to give inspiration.
Oh, I will give inspiration to Jingo then,
Oi!
since he was
Inspired.
since Black Sky was definitely impressed with that with the one-armed halberd wielding that he saw, almost to the point where he was a little bit intimidated. He was starting to get a little bit what is that called? Seeing some rivalry there. Like I've got to up my game.
Well,
A bit of
let's
an
and you
inferiority
can
complex, eh?
Yeah,
If
like,
you
and
were
you can
capable of
also
intimidation, it would have been, but it was something
right.
else.
You can also look back on tales of conquest to the south, um, that that orcs and trolls and goblins have all tried their own way on Waterdeep, and that here are some Water Davians that you are now companions with, and you start to see why, even in the small group, there could be a like a hardened time for you to attack the city.
mhm.
That there is something that um is not present amongst orc as a race that kind of keeps them from what Waterdeep has achieved. As I got very racist suddenly towards orc, and it's just me trying to cause controversy for you guys to like write in,
It's just a difference in their morals and
cause
values. That's
trouble.
all.
What do you mean, you people?
There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Welcome to controversy. That should get us at least another viewer. Sorry. Yeah, but this creature seems to be kind of out and down for the night.
Mm-hmm.
So should we keep guard on it? I assume we're gonna do a long rest, but we're gonna keep watch on this guy to make
Yeah.
sure.
Oi! I can keep guard. I'm a super, yep, good guard. Oi,
Whoa.
oi, oi, oi.
Oh, Jason! Boomba!
Suddenly, Boomba appears in the room.
Suddenly, I wished I'd asked him before I started murdering his familiars.
Oh!
But
Ah,
hey,
Boomba!
Jason, in my defense, when I said, "Hey, I should ask Bomba first if these are his pets," he was like, "Remember, when someone's missing, they don't exist." And I was like, "All right, well then I just murder these."
I murder.
Well, I'm here
so,
now.
so in the future, Jason, if you ever want to give up, your inspiration points to Mr. Sideways, you have a reason to. Just a quick. Wow, a lot's happened actually.
Even though not that much has happened.
Yeah.
All we did was get home, but all we did was get back to the Troll Skull Manor. But we have a new addition to the family.
Yeah.
A lycanthropic rat.
A lycanthropic halfling rat that has been here
Yeah,
before.
halfling rat.
So Boomba, something that you definitely know existed in the city of Waterdeep is that not only is there a problem with rats, there is a problem with were-rats, and those that gain a larger following and become almost a criminal syndicate unto themselves, being able to sneak in, hide really easily, very roguish in their demeanor. Something that you know very well. So, um, kind of part of the evening as you returned from the ship and from Captain Zord, and finding out the list of people that you should interview about the nimble rights. You have returned home by carriage, kind of traveling through the city, and have come home. Um, something that you did, kind of along with Havilorn, is went right up to bed because it was a long and exhausting, especially dealing with Zord, who spent a lot of time talking about how you smelled like weed. He spent a lot of time dissing you, Boomba. So you were kind of down and kind of like, all right, you know what? Like, you can see us how you see us. Like, you're the druids of the city. This is how we do our shit. Fuck off. And so you're like, you're ready to go to bed. But you do hear at this point in time, the front doors slam open, and you hear scuffling downstairs. By the time you are dressed and ready to come downstairs, and what we're saying is that part of the renovations of Troll Skull is that there is a door here that provides you access from the second floor where the rooms are to here, where as you come through the door, there is a creature tied to the table. As you get closer to it, it seems like they have tied a halfling to the table who seems to be pretty beaten up. His wounds have been treated to a certain degree, with some salves and amateurish
Basic, yeah. The bleeding
bandage.
was stopped.
Yeah.
You know, that was about
Yeah.
it.
But that's about it. And you see gathered around them Mr. Sideways, Black Sky, and Jinko.
Hey, does he need some help? Looking pretty distraught there.
Oh,
I
indeed,
could-
he does.
Are any of you gonna help him out, or
I cannot.
I'll do like a medicine roll to.
That's what I.
Check.
That's actually what I did.
Oh, okay.
But you're probably way better at it.
I'd like to think that I'm all the years I've put into learning.
No, you definitely have. I will give you advantage on this roll.
Just I have to. I'm behind. Keep playing, you guys. I have to bring up my character sheet and stuff. Sorry.
No stress. No stress.
The frick.
But as you kind of enter in, you note that the fire has been kind of stoked. It's like now kind of like full on flame. It's been usually let to calm down through the
And
evening.
Black Sky River is eating chickens and drinking ale. And he's got a big gaping wound in his arm right now.
4 whole fried chickens and a Coke.
Four fried chicken. A piece of dry white toast.
2 pieces of white
19
toast.
on a medicine.
Oh, okay. So you're able to come in. You've seen some places where you're like, well, okay, I'm not going to say anything to Mr. Sideways, but there's a few places where I can tighten this and loosen that, because so he doesn't lose an arm.
That's the wrong salve. That's actually slightly acidic and is going to be burning him. We're just going to clean that out.
So you're able to do a like kind of a quick adjustment, and able to do it so well that you're pretty sure you didn't insult anybody.
Does he? I'll give him like if he's got any open wounds, I'll rub some homemade herb salves on it, and then hey, how you feeling? Is he conscious? Is this person conscious? No. Okay.
We fucked him up good.
Oh, so am I helping the enemy?
No. We got
Which I would.
questions. We got questions to ask him. We was trying to keep him alive.
Well, I can.
He was trying to tunnel into our basement.
Do you need him awake right now? I can get him up right now.
Do it.
I'll do cure light wounds. That should wake him up, right?
Okay,
Just
yeah, definitely.
Because I don't unless I know I have something powerful enough to like a salt, a smelling salt. Would I have something like that, or
You know that if you call upon those uh those spirits in the city that you have learned to commune with, you know that they will give you a heightened healing ability versus what you could have pulled up and out of your garden.
okay? Yep, I'll do a cure wounds. Is he tied down? Do you guys have him before I?
He is
Yeah,
he is tied. He is tied
to
down.
the
Yeah,
table.
we got him tied to the table there.
Okay, so I gave this person 11 hit points back,
Ooh, wow. Okay.
and I'd imagine that they would wake up. If they're gonna
He
come
does.
up. Okay.
He does, and with a big
And Black Sky
his eyes are that big.
Yeah, welcome back to the world of the living, my friend.
Yeah, Black
What was
Sky's
you
got
doing
his,
in our basement?
Black Sky's got his hand around his throat. He's like, wakey, wakey. I mean, I'm not choking him. Now, we're just gonna ask you some questions. And you're gonna answer them. Otherwise, you're gonna go back to where you came from.
I'm not gonna answer shit.
Oh, I want to know why you were tunneling into our basement.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I backhand slap him across the face.
Ooh. Look, I don't know. And he's all of a sudden he stops, and you feel his hands around your like only partial tightened thing, like he feels it loosen, and he's like, all right, what do you want to know?
What is it you want in here? What were you doing?
Right now, I want you to fucking get me some clothes.
I'm gonna grab one of the hot pokers out of the fire, and I'm gonna bring it over to him about an inch from his eye, and I'm gonna say, I'm not in the habit of repeating myself.
Oh shit. Okay, look. You're fucking crazy. But it makes sense. It makes sense. This is not what I okay. It's what he intended, not what I intended.
Go on.
Look, if I give you a name, I need you to promise to let me go, and I'll send the rest of my crew. I'll send them the fuck away from this place. You gotta promise me that shit though. If I give you one name.
I'm sorry. He said he wants to give me a name of what?
He just wants you to let
I'll
him.
give you one name of
Oh, you're gonna need to give me a little bit more of an explanation.
No. I'll give you one name. That's all I got.
I'll tell you what. I'll promise you this. You give us one name, and we won't burn your eye out.
Wow, mate. I mean, I wouldn't want to see that happen.
Neither would I.
Neither would your eye.
Look, here's the thing. My people got the fuck away. And you know what? Feel comfortable sleeping now. Because it's not just them. We've got more.
Well, you're lucky you didn't.
No! Shut the fuck up. Here's what I'm gonna offer you.
I'm gonna tap him on the cheek with the poker.
No, I know. Okay. Yeah, do that.
I don't like your tone very much.
Look,
I
I
was okay with you living here, old gaffer, but you keep talking with your feisty.
Yeah.
This
yeah,
guy's
I
gonna
do.
cut your tongue right out.
You know what? You do that shit and I just fucking die. Because you know what? I've been around a while and I've had my fun. And you know what?
But you ain't been around us
No,
a
no,
while.
no, 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 no. Shut up, fucker. Look, all of my
Fucker.
kids, all of my
Call me
kids,
fucker.
my kids, they're out there. Take my eye, take my fucking life. It's fine. But I can give you a fucking name and you can let me live, and then I leave this block the fuck alone. Because that's easy. I was pulled to this block. This is not my territory. It's not where this is not where I do shit.
Hey, Mr. Sideways, it doesn't sound. I mean,
I just want to know what he wanted.
Hey,
What did you want
hey,
in here? Why were you tunneling
Dangle.
into
Me?
our
I
basement?
wanted nothing.
Dangle Dingley gave me a name. Oi, that's right. That be my father. Dango Dingley. I don't need you to give me a goddamn name because he already did it. So fuck off.
oh, okay.
All right. That's fine. You know what? It's gonna suck, but like, kill me. It's okay. And then no. Then you won't know who sent me. You know what? But if you let me go, you never see me again. I'm not here. I've never been here. And you'll have a name of who sent me.
I look at Black Sky and I say, "Oi, Black Sky, I'd never been one that believed in torture before, but I still don't. But you might want to eat him while he's still alive, starting with his toes."
I get my face right up close to this, halfling were rat, and I say, maybe we're not gonna kill you. Maybe we're just gonna keep you in pain for a long, long
Okay.
time.
But I do know.
Roll intimidation, my friend.
I
You
mean,
know about
can you-
Lincoln Trippy, and they grow back, so we could eat him forever.
brutal.
He just barely was
Double.
able to go. Basically, you get right in his face to the point where like your tusk like kind of goes up alongside of his nose, and he still goes, I can give you a name. If you don't want it and you don't want to know who wants to see you fail, then you can kill me.
Now, was that so hard? Someone wants to see us fail. I asked a
Yeah.
question, you gave an answer. Okay, and I'll put the poker back in the fire, and I'll say, fine, give me your name, and then you can go.
Seriously?
I again will say that I am not in the habit of repeating myself.
Half-orc halfling. Tell me, is that true? Is that what he says true? If I give you guys a name?
I'd also like to propose a business opportunity
Yes.
after you situate this with my friends.
I'm always up for a business opportunity. That sounds awesome if I'm alive.
Well, I won't let them kill you.
We work as a team. What one of us promises, all of us promise.
That's right. And I promise we'll eat you 1 foot at a time.
Right, I'm a fellow halfling, remember?
Oh, you're right.
Unfortunately,
You're not
naked,
Dark Sun
tied
halfling,
to
are
a
you?
table right now.
Yeah, you're thinking
Feeling
of
it.
what
feeling
was that? What was that dude's name?
Cholo.
Cholo. Do we need to go get Cholo and Ash?
Oh,
If so,
he's-
he has no argument left.
Hey, can I?
if Cholo was here, this guy would have already been eaten.
Oh yeah. It'd
Yeah.
be done.
Oh my God,
he
Cholo.
wouldn't have brought the Half-Orc over.
Yeah,
he
he
just would have
wouldn't.
started
We would
chopping.
not have gotten any questions in. Like this guy would have been. We'd have started eating him before he woke up, and then that's how he would have woken up to, is we were eating him.
Cholo would sing the
I've-
fingers and
I've,
toes song.
I've given
Fingers
him
and
a
toes. Fingers and toes.
I've given a new name.
Nothing is more
His new
yummy
name,
than fingers and toes.
his new name is Chewing Gum, man. He's like, seriously, here we go. I let me stand at the door over there. I will tell you my name. I will turn around. I'll run my naked ass down those stairs. You will never see me again, unless
I don't really think you're in any position.
unless, sir, you said you had some kind of deal we could make, and then I will find.
Yeah,
I'll go get you some clothes. All right. I go try to find some clothes for the person.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
So I walk.
Try to make sure that maybe take him out of
listen,
his closet.
listen. Let me.
Which-
Don't you think that we could chase you down and kill you if we wanted to, even if we did let you go?
Yeah, it's probably true.
You
It's
don't
probably
need
true.
to stand by the door. We gave you our word. We're good for it.
This coming from the person who was brandishing hot iron.
Yeah, it's a tool of the trade. Nothing more.
Yeah, sure. And I understand that, which is why I want to be by the fucking door before I give you shit. Okay? It's just really that simple. That I go by the door, I throw out a name, I run, and then I make contact with that other dude.
I don't. I just. You know what?
Cooler than you.
You know what? Let's just kill him. Like, is his name worth all this headache?
Yep. All right. Okay.
Like, what's to say you're not going to give us some random name? How about the Open Lord of Waterdeep? I mean, why not just throw out any name at that point, since you're gonna just
I'm not
run
gonna
away?
give you Laurel Silverhand's name because, like, that's ridiculous. It's not. Look. I'll give you a name.
Yeah. What, are we supposed to trust you?
Look.
We caught you trying to break in to do God only knows what. You won't tell me what you were trying to do in our house. I've asked you 3 times. You make it seem like I'm crazy for asking you.
Look,
you tell me that you don't want to do anything. You're making this more difficult.
I personally.
Rats have a great reputation for honesty. Ha
Okay, look, I have personally profited by this by 50 gold pieces. Just me. Okay? It's a lot of money thrown out just for you. Okay? So, here's the thing. I have that money, and that money's all mine. And once I tell you the name, I feel safer because you bastards are probably going to go after him, and that'll be great. And I promise I'll never touch this block again. But all I need to do is you need to let me get to that fucking door, so I know that you'll let me go free. Because I don't trust your shit right now. I understand. I understand you don't trust me. I get it.
Hey, Dave Jack, you're.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm gonna say no problem. I understand completely. And then I'm gonna pull out my heavy crossbow and start cranking it up. Oh, let him over by the door. Let the bugger run free.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Intimidation, that's lovely. Put me by the door. You have your crossbow ready. As long as I say the name, you let me go.
As long as it's not something ridiculous. As long as the name is something that's meaningful to me.
Can I tell you? I almost guarantee it will be. And you'll probably want to refund when I give you the name, because you'll be like, well, no shit. But let me stand by the door, please.
All right, at this point, Black Sky takes his hand off the guy's neck. I'm gonna pull out my orc cleaver, and I'm gonna chop one of his feet off.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my God, Greg, your brother would be so proud
Yes,
right
he
now.
totally-
Yeah, some
That is-
good shit.
There is a scream beyond screams. And let me roll something real quick.
And I'm not
Orc
trying.
war
I'm not
cleaver.
trying to. I'm not trying to kill him. I'm only.
No,
trying
I
to
know, I know.
And then I say, "What good's gonna?
Wait a
what
minute,
good's
wait
gonna
a
be
minute.
standing
The
by the door
second-
now?"
The second the foot comes off, his
Jingo
head-
swoops it up.
his head, his eyes go immediately up and out.
As he passes out,
Jingo swoops it up and sticks it on a spit and brings it over to the fire.
okay. So I come out and I hold up his outfit. Oh,
I just found this for you. Oh,
Don't
Oh,
worry. He ain't-
I'll take
he ain't
this one
traveling.
sock
He
and
ain't
this one
traveling
shoe
tonight.
and put it aside.
He's not traveling tonight. Don't worry.
Jingo, are you making it? Would I notice that you're just roasting his foot on the fire? No. I say, hey, Django,
Hi.
if you take that out, I could probably reattach that later.
I'll give it back to you in 24 hours, give or take.
Y'all are some violent men. Wow.
yeah, he is definitely.
Yeah, even
past
even
that.
Mr. Sideways kind of like,
Very violent men.
yeah. I mean, I was kind of thinking maybe we could, keep him on the payroll later or something. Keep people away from the place, scare off the other gangs.
Black Sky, roll a perception real quick.
You let me put them back together.
Yeah,
that
that's-
might be. If anything, he fears.
Okay, Black
all-
Sky. All of a sudden, you're like, okay, that was a good idea, but I kind of sense that it didn't go over well.
No. I
You
think
kinda look- you kinda-
I was fine
but
right
he's
up until he
looking-
starts.
He's looking around, trying to see support, and mostly he sees some kind of shock. He does see.
No.
Roomba
Who
enter
are you
the
talking
room.
to? Are you
He
talking about
sees
Greg?
Roomba enter the room with what looks like toddler clothes, going, "I've got." Oh, so he has
The
that
Black-
moment of like, "I'm
Yeah,
not
Black
sure I
Sky-
did the right thing."
Black Sky says, normally I would have killed him. I kept him alive because we are more civilized than that."
Greg, do me a favor.
It's a
Choose
good.
choose somebody else to get inspiration, please. Who doesn't have
Hey,
inspiration?
Mr. Sideways, do you need inspiration?
Yep, I do. I have it now.
You have it.
Thank you.
And actually,
But yeah, Black Sky is genuinely, this is the civilized thing to do to keep him alive.
Yeah.
Now he will be. Now
Yes.
he is under our thumb. He knows to fear us.
Right. No,
and
I'm
can't
with you.
really run away.
Jingo. It's
Oi.
the only issue I have here is that I would like to be able to offer him the use of his foot back in totality as a bargaining chip to get him to give us further information. If you're eating his foot,
The larder is full of chickens. We don't necessarily need to eat a foot.
All right,
We
all right,
could
all right,
afford
all right.
to take the foot off.
But this hair foot, fucking insulting, real fucking insulting. So just real quick, and I take the foot and I do stab it with like the poker, that's probably still hot, and I stick the foot in the fire for about 3 seconds, and then I take it off, and then I say, "No good self-respecting halfling would be wearing a foot with no hair on it."
so it's
So
just
here
an
you go.
It's an insulting
This is just
hairless
a-
foot.
It's the ultimate
This is just
insult.
a little fuck you for being so fuck you to us.
Mhm.
That is honorable.
Oh, yeah.
Ben's honor.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as Jingo gives me the hunt, I want to purify food and drink.
Make sure that he can eat it without
What?
getting sick. Then he hands it back to you. There you go.
Purify food and drink
Purify
on a
foot-
severed
purify
limb.
foot and drink.
Okay,
I
That's
mean,
just so fucking dope.
I mean,
ladies and gentlemen, an impassioned plea from a game master. Colon.
Halfling's about to exit the colon.
You have shit. You have an NPC, right? And there is possibly some information that could be gleaned from this NPC. Yet each of your players have a different interpretation of either how to gain that information or want to eat the person bearing that information or want to clothe them and free them. Please, someone out there, help.
I see that you have information I want. If I consume you, it will become mine.
Once you go cholo, you can't halfling no molo.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
It's
Oh shit.
it's definitely obvious who's the carrots in this party and who's the sticks.
You know what, Alan? I think that there's like a bazillion memes out there for like DM setting up the party and how it should go, and then the players just completely flipping the fucking table.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I almost prepped for you guys to do crazy shit, and I am still caught off guard.
he's all like, wait, what did you say you do?
I mean, a half-orc barbarian. Like, what do you?
I was no. I was like, that was perfect. That was a great move. He
Oh,
gave you
yeah.
inspiration for it.
Greg,
For
no
sure.
no shit. Mark will be so fucking proud
Yeah,
of that
fucking
that
action.
was excellent.
That I think
I-
that Mark even wouldn't have gone as far, but should have.
Yeah.
I mean, I really think that this guy should totally change his behavior toward us now. I mean, at this point in time, he's got to have Stockholm syndrome or something, man.
If he doesn't learn,
He's got like, we're gonna put him back together, and he's just gonna fall in love with us.
well, he's got to
And-
learn
and-
something.
And saying it's honorable to burn his foot before giving it back to him, like that's fucking spot on.
Exactly.
I mean, it's dark as fuck, but it's spot on. I think you found your calling for a new character if Grin ever gets killed or anything like that.
Oh my God, Greg,
Hoping that
feel
don't
free to
happen,
join-
but
feel free to join us with this insanity, please. Oh my gosh, it is 11:53. We are close to the witching hour. I'm thinking this is when we're gonna
start
call
turning
it.
into pumpkins.
We're gonna call it with a halfling tied to a table
Missing one foot.
in Troll Skull Manor, missing. What foot did you take, by the way, left or right?
Even its left foot, odd its right foot.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I
it's
suppose
weird that seeing another halfling get amputated doesn't even bring back any traumatic response from this halfling who is an amputee. He was
the
just like,
right
oh,
foot.
fuck
Okay.
it.
No, yeah. In fact, you're the one who was like, you know what? I'm gonna permanently make it so that he doesn't get it back. Like that's some next level twisted right there.
Yeah. Hey.
like I'm gonna make you.
I will say it being prone, that a 9 will obviously hit, but it's not cleanest cut. I'm just saying that it's pretty brutal. So that's where we're gonna leave it.
Dude, that was
we
fun.
we have a halfling bleeding out from the right foot. And everybody's standing around. But you guys are nice and warm. It's a very comfy fire that you've got going on. It's
smells like
it's
burning
good
hair
stuff.
in the room.
And thanks everybody. If there is anybody,
Purified food and
I've
drink.
so been out of the chat tonight. I have absolutely no idea if there's anybody even here.
I hear you.
But
Yeah,
I
well,
love you guys.
Yes, thank you all for watching so much.
Yeah.
Always
yeah.
fun.
And Duck, if you're still hanging on,
Yeah,
Still-
Duck's here.
please respect those that.
Oh,
you
she's
care
been
so
throwing
much
nothing
about.
but love.
Yeah, she was like,
nothing but love. She's like, yep, this is why these my people.
You know, hopefully we made your Monday at least a little bit better than
Oh
it
my
was
God.
earlier.
And
You know,
Greg,
how do you
Greg,
make a
thank you
shitty
for-
Monday better?
Oh my God,
Chop
Greg,
off
thank you.
feet and
Greg, thank you for stepping in and being
Yeah.
awesome. You were the perfect Black Sky River, and your brother is seriously going to be
Yeah,
advanced proud.
dude, you totally killed it.
But
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
actually-
make him watch every minute of this stream.
I mean,
by the way,
I actually think that you two should fight to the death over the right to play the character,
Well,
just to ensure that we get the
And we will
best,
sell tickets.
possible strong to play it.
we will sell tickets, and Duck is forever Duck good.
chaos. Yeah,
Chaos.
Chaotic.
Chaos.
Chaotic. Chaotic.
I
Yeah,
love
I
you.
get
it.
Duck.
Yeah,
How do you make me smile? Okay, everybody, thank you so much, and have a fabulous week. And are
Eight more weeks.
we approaching any World of Darkness Thursday?
I think so.
I would love that.
That's a solid maybe.
So,
Yep, definitely maybe. It is St. Patty's Day on Thursday.
All right.
So
That would be a
if-
reason
if
for us to
there
all
are-
get drunk and play a game.
oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
And here's what I'm thinking too. If we do play Thursday, I promise to do another segment of Behind the Music focus.
Nice.
Ooh,
Nice.
I promise
that was
be-
pretty dope.
That was really
pretty
cool.
dope.
promise that will happen.
That was really cool.
Yeah,
I
it was.
do have at least 5 segments planned.
I love
Yeah, no,
I love all
I,
the work you've done
uh,
on that campaign too, with the different characters and their intros.
yeah.
Anyway, we
Sure.
love you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, I am
Awesome.
planning on Thursday. We didn't play last Thursday, so I am planning on this Thursday. I don't expect to be completely hammered
Yay.
because I've a little bit outgrown that stuff.
What?
What?
I get hammered at home now.
Okay.
I
That's,
don't know.
that's
Nice.
good. Hey,
That's-
less driving.
That's what
you
I'm
know?
saying.
Right.
It happened with
Right.
us.
All right, we'll see you
I,
guys.
I have a dog now, so I'm not drinking alone.
That's
There
right,
we go.
always built-in
That's
drinking
true.
buddy.
That's
Hey,
nice.
we'll see you guys maybe Thursday, and if not, next Monday. Say bye, everybody.
Bye bye.